Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. In today's video, we just had the 1.13 patch update for Modern Warfare go live on all consoles. It is 13 gigabytes on PS4, 18.4 gigabytes on Xbox One, and 48 gigabytes on PC, which obviously that is sort of hinting that maybe they're sneaking some stuff into the files, maybe some files for Battle Royale, some files for Season 2 or something were added in, because of course almost 50 gigabytes on that PC update is absolutely insane. So maybe we'll have some people leaking some files or other stuff, but we're going to talk about in today's video the actual patch notes, the new weapons that have come out, changes to playlists, weapon buffs we have, and also just a bunch of fixes to things like the kill feed. I think there's player collision, rotations of the maps. There's a lot of stuff that was changed in today's update. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, that'd be awesome. Let's go ahead and go for 708 likes. If we could hit that, that'd be absolutely incredible. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I know I haven't uploaded a video for a while, and basically where I was is I took a little bit of a holiday break, and then I ended up getting the flu after that, or getting sick. And basically, you know, of course, when I was sick, I couldn't really talk, so I took some time off. And then after that, honestly, I just sort of fell out of my routine, fell out of the rhythm of making content consistently, and that's why I ended up taking a longer break than I would have wanted to or expected to. But yeah, that's basically where I was. I'm all good, that nothing happened, and we're into the 113 patch notes. And honestly, in the last month, not too much has really happened with this game in Modern Warfare. This, I mean, from patch 112 to 113, it took so long, and this is the update that is significant in size, but what is actually in the patch notes? Let's talk about it. So smack that like and let's go ahead and get right into it. First of all, what is new? Playlist update. Added capture the flag and shoot the ship, removed shoot house 24/7 playlist, and we also added Anaya Place back into the rotation. So this is huge. Anaya Place being added back into the rotation. I'm assuming they made the ground war rotation, because that is a map that, I mean, it's such a weird way that map has worked. Anaya Palace. I always call it Anaya Place for some reason, but it's the palace, not the place. But that is one that's back in rotation. It's been in like 10v10 TDM since the game came out, but it's been in and out of other game modes, which has been always weird. And then of course, shoot the ship, replacing your shoot house 24/7. They're always going to be rotating through those 24/7 playlists. I mean, what have we seen so far? We've had shoot the ship, we've had shipment, we've had crash 24/7. I mean, we've had new maps 24/7. I think we had shoot house. I don't know. There's been a lot of those. Maybe not all the ones I just named, but there's been a lot of different 24/7 playlists, and of course they're switching that up once again. Next, 5 additional loadout slots. Now this is key, because this whole year with this game, people have been playing with just 5 slots, and in previous games in the past in Call of Duty's history, as you are prestiging, you would be unlocking more loadout slots in most games, or in other games there are other ways to get more loadout slots as well, you know, but in this game they're just, it's something that people were asking for quite a long time, especially in my opinion. In this game, this is one where you would need more class setup slots compared to other ones, because this game has crazy customization on the class setups because of the, you know, not being a pick 10 system like we've had in the past. Because in this game, it is, of course, you are building your class setup around attachments, and you know, it's just the customizability around attachments is something that we've never really seen to this degree in Call of Duty before. So 5 additional loadout slots. Not sure how those are, if they're just added to everyone's account or anything, but that's what it says in the patch notes. Next is a new weapon, the crossbow. Now the crossbow is another weapon that is available and people will be able to unlock for free. It is unlocked by using a marksman rifle with a reflex optic sight, and you have to get 5 kills with it in 25 different matches. Now this is insane, and I see a lot of people talking about this. 25 matches, it is a lot, and it is a kind of a little bit of tedious work to do, because who really wants to use a marksman rifle getting 5 kills 25 times? That's not typically how your average player on Call of Duty plays, but I guess that is why it's a challenge. But at the same time, if this weapon is available for free, it's a lot better than, let's say, a system like Black Ops 3, where you had to spend money and roll a dice to try to get lucky in supply drops, and there was YouTubers spending like thousands of dollars and not even getting I remember, I think it was T Martin back in Black Ops 3, he, for one of the DLC weapons, he was like, I spent like $1,000 just to get the one weapon. I think it might have even been the crossbow, and there was a lot of other YouTubers doing that as well, just because of the random rolling system. In a game like this, of course, the DLC system, or even Black Ops 4, I mean, it's getting better going into the future, the DLC system, which is pretty crazy, because back in AW and BO3, it was more of just give me money and hope to get lucky. Anyway, that's what happened for the brand new stuff. What's new? What has changed as far as general with the patch notes? They fixed an out-of-bounds exploit on Anaya Palace. They have temporarily removed farmland out of the rotation while working on found a few bugs. Now, this is interesting because, of course, with Ground War, there is a limited amount of maps. There's a decent amount, but they're limited, right? And Farmland was one of the, I think it was one of the more popular maps. It's a map that you either like it or you hate it. It depends if you want to be sniping at a distance or posting up in a building. It can be quite a good map. Some people didn't really like that map, but a lot of people loved it, and it's now out of the rotation. They just say, well, they work out a few bugs. I don't know how long this is going to take. When I first read this, it reminded me instantly of back in Black Ops 3. There was this map called Exodus. I think that's what it was called, and that map was pretty bad in my opinion, but that map, they removed it for whatever reason from the rotation, and it took them like a couple months to add it back. So I'm hoping Farmland won't take that long to be added back, but yeah, that's basically what it is. Next, we just have some other stuff for challenges, bug fixes, different things like that, which I will show up on the screen. Various out-of-map exploit fixes as well were definitely happening in this patch update. Then when we get down to the things that people are looking more towards, you know, the kill feed or player collision or different things that people and Twitter, Reddit have been talking about the community for a while, and the developers have also been given feedback saying that it's coming, you know, in the next updates or future updates. They adjusted the obituary to remove the oldest items first, and that is basically, the obituary is the kill feed. I don't know why they call it an obituary. Of course, I know what an obituary is, but for me, when I'm referring to the kill feed in Call of Duty, I just call it the kill feed, and I really never heard anyone refer to it like that before they started doing it, like whatever, a month or two ago in this game. So that's what they have. Definitely a kill feed fix that all the snipers I see are loving it on my timeline. Next, they fixed for a bug that allowed player collision. This has been fixed, so that is nice as well. They have a few other things. Players can no longer cancel their recovery state when sliding, but will always incur the standard fire delay. Visually, the player will still respond. So people were doing some little finesse things to do with the slide, and it looks like they're trying to tone that down a little bit. Next, they have a few other different changes. I'll just honestly show most of them up on the screen right here because most of them are bug fixes that won't really affect your day-to-day gameplay, but sometimes will, you know, save the game from breaking, I guess you could say. Next, they have field upgrades. They fixed a few bugs for the field upgrades as well as buffing the trophy system, which I will show the notes for that. They increased the protection radius. They decreased the radius and the damage taken by trophy explosions, so when your actual trophy system gets destroyed or explodes. And they fixed a bug where the explosion damage and effects wouldn't trigger for the third explosion. So that's what happens with the trophy system. Definitely a very good buff for the trophy, and that fits in more towards probably competitive play where they want to see that a little bit more. For kill streaks, they fixed a bug that allowed the cruise missile to kill players while out of bounds on shipment, so that has been fixed. And we have a few changes for weapons. A couple of them are bug fixes, like the laser on the pistol, different things like that. But they actually changed the magazine. We have a few weapon buffs here, which is changing the magazine capacity from 45 to 50 for the Ram 7 extended magazine. Now, when I first read this, I was like, what? The Ram 7, in my opinion, it's just a great gun in the game, one of the best guns in this game, and it looks like they just gave it a no punishment buff from 45 to 50. That is a weapon that, of course, you burn through ammo quite quick because it fires really fast for an AR, and usually you want to use sleight of hand combined with extended mags. That was the combo I would always rock when it was 45, and of course sleight of hand as well. But now that it's 50, I mean, it seems just like they want to make this Ram 7 absolutely dominant in this game, which it already is, but I really don't understand why they did this buff. Maybe someone can let me know their thoughts in the comment section down below. Did this weapon need more ammo? I don't know. It worked great for me, but hey, I'll take it. I'm going to keep using that weapon. Next, increasing the bullet penetration of the MK2 carbine. So the MK2 carbine, of course, is your marksman rifle, and increasing bullet penetration is big for that because a lot of times you are going to be shooting through surfaces. If a player is like head glitching and you hit just like say they're head glitching on a piece of wood or a piece of stone, you hit just the edge of that. You might not realize it, but that bullet penetration is helping you out. And that's why things like FMJ can also, like, the average player is not going to notice every time FMJ is kicking in if they're using it. And it's the same with just increasing bullet penetration, which happened here for the MK2 carbine, so a good buff for that. Next, less horizontal recoil on the initial bullets of the FN Scar 17. I like this. A little bit of a buff to the Scar, which this was buffed also a couple patches ago. I think this is awesome because the Scar is a weapon that brings back nostalgia. If you're a Call of Duty Modern Warfare player, I mean Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Scar is absolutely awesome. and having, of course, the less recoil is key, because that was probably the biggest downside of this weapon. Is it is kind of tough to control the recoil, and in a game where you have other weapons that can just melt people with little recoil, or by the time the recoil kicks in, it's mainly vertical, it's not so bouncy. This is going to be definitely a big addition for the FN Scar and a big buff. Next, they said they changed the way stats are displayed for stocks to be more consistent with other attachments. This is for the graphs only, not the actual stats. And then as far as other things, we just had some changes to the Call of Duty League for competitive play rules, as far as Codcaster as well. So, or not necessarily rules, but more to do with reworking the Codcaster system, as well as changing some sort of patch notes to do with just the Call of Duty World League, especially with decreasing the charge time on the trophy system, which fits in, of course, doubling up with that, or doubling down on the buff to the trophy we talked about earlier. Anyway, that's it for the patch notes 1.13 update. This is a significant update. It's not the best update of all time. This isn't going to make the game 10 times better, but it's also not going to make the game 10 times worse. It makes the game better, slow and steadily, and hopefully we don't have to wait so long for the 1.14 update that should be next on the list. Of course, we're going 1.13 right now, and you know, of course, coming up for the next season and all that sort of stuff. So good update today. Not the biggest thing, but some weapon changes, some playlist changes, and yeah, some fairly significant stuff, as well as, of course, just a load of bug fixes and stuff that they do every patch. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys made it to the end of the video. I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.